Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee. Yay for coffee. Already been over to my sister's and had coffee with her, and now I had coffee before I left. It was an early morning for some reason. Woke up early and decided to finally get up. So thank you all for all your kind wishes and wonderfulness on my behalf. Let's see, good morning, Corey, what the universe has for us today moving forward over the next couple of days. October 1st, beautiful, beautiful month. My hope is that where you are safe, your weather is temperate, and you'll get to enjoy a beautiful Indian summer. We pretty often have a pretty amazing Indian summer here, and so still getting lots of tomatoes off my vines, which is always my favorite thing to have. Let us see a new again. Good morning, Sandy. The first card says new opportunity. Now this is a new month. Let's tilt it a little bit. It's a beautiful card. It's a new month full of no mistakes, just like today is a new day with no mistakes in it. So seize it, start anew, allow the past to fall away from you. It's an illusion. It doesn't exist anymore. The only thing that gives it any power in your life is the energy you spend on it. And so allow yourself to release that. If you don't know how, ask your higher power to come in. Ask them for the guidance on how to release the past. Today is something new and a new path. For many of us, that really has been a message that's been coming through for a while now, that things are changing, newness, this autumn solstice absolutely was a big change. And then this full moon was one too, where you can really tap into that energy that amplifies the energy of releasing stuff that no longer serves you and moving forward in your newest path. So just keep giving it up to your higher power, and that's where the power lies, your power team. As I've gone through this journey of, fear and pain and sadness and all of that, I have really just relied on my powerful power team to be there with me when I couldn't even ask what it was that I needed help with, because a lot of times I didn't really know. I just knew that, things were not right, and I did need to feel them and experience them. Great morning to you too, Susan. And sorry, I missed Jenny. Thank you so much. Or Jeannie. I'm not sure if it's Jeannie or Jenny. Thank you. Hello. How are you this morning? So allow yourself to be open to the possibility of new things coming to you, a shift in a job, a relationship, a pathway in your life that is going to present to you possibilities, and then give it up to your higher power to guide you in how to navigate this new path. And don't go into it blind. Something that comes up to you, do some research. Check it out. Don't just blindly go in. Get the information you need to give you the most guidance moving forward so that you feel comfortable in what you're doing and how you're moving forward. And again, if you don't even know, the great thing about all our little computers in our hand these days is that we don't have to wait long to go research something. We can just type it right in and get some information on it. And then go to your heart with it. Feel it out for yourself. What resonates with you? I was thinking about this morning. I've already gone to my sister's and had coffee with her this morning, which is one of the reasons I've had plenty of coffee. That seems to be a new little ritual we've set up, which is great. But on the way back, I was thinking about a man. I did some readings at an event here a couple weekends ago, and a man who stopped by my booth and was very respectful, very nice, wanted to tell me why I was wrong in my belief system, because he believed totally that the Bible is the infallible word of God. And so I kept reminding him that it was his choice to believe that, and I have no problem with him choosing to believe that. How I believe does not require that anyone else believes the same way I do. And it was a very respectful change. But the truth of it is the way he believed did not resonate with me anymore. Good morning, Bert. I believe it's a great guidebook. And then he proceeded to tell me that the professor in college who taught the class Bible Survey, which is where I learned the history of the Bible, and then became a little less certain about its total rightness because of all the translations. And so anyway, he was very respectful, and I would gently remind him that he was choosing to believe that because it resonated with him. And that's what you want to do as you research this new opportunity, that the possibility coming to you. Find out, how does it feel for you? Does it feel right, but maybe a little scary? You know, the moving forward and the unknown can always be a little bit scary. Sandy says, I need to learn not to be as hostile to Christianity when I get approached like that. I understand absolutely. And there are certainly people who come to us with hostility. I was in that realm for 20 years, all on my own volition. I was the spiritual leader in my family. I got myself to church from 4 years old on, and at 24 had a vision that made me understand that was no longer what I needed in my life. And I moved on with God in my own walk. And I encourage you to do that too. It's not for me to tell someone else how they believe. It is absolutely for me to encourage people to include the power team. Ask God if that's how you're comfortable terming that higher power, creator, universe, source, energy, the one, whatever that is. Include them. That's where your power is. That's where your guidance is. That's where your wisdom is. So, yes, it is one of those. He was very, very respectful and very kind about it. And we, amicably agreed to disagree, but it is a choice we make. And that is why it is absolutely pointless to argue with people, because you're never going to argue them out of their belief system. And you can stand up for your belief system, or you can gently send them on their way, whatever works for you. Let's see. Okay, so this is a great synchronicity of the situation is already resolved. So my belief is that we planned all of this before we came so that we could learn certain things. So knowing that you're going to be presented with something new, and you're going to filter it through your gut, through how it feels to you, research about it, get the most information, and know that when you give your higher power permission to lead you forward, always in your highest and best good, that the situation is already resolved, because you're going to choose what is best, what is right, and what sits in your personhood the best. It does make us move forward a little less fearfully in the unknown. And why, good morning, Amanda Lynn, I don't know why we choose to believe that the unknown is bad and we fear it, because the truth is the things that I have feared rarely turn out how I imagine. And like I say in most of my teaching, is that the future is also an illusion, that we give our energy. We have energy to spend today. Today is all we have. And so if you're in a difficult place, a fearful place, stop and go, do I have enough for today? I always have enough for today. Today is easy. It really is. Everything else is scary. The visioning of what could happen in the future, or the remembrance of how we failed in the past. Those are the hard parts. Ask to be aided in pulling your energy back from both of those, so that you have energy for what you really only have as your reality, which is right now and today. So consider what that means moving forward to you. Invite your higher power in and allow them to guide you through today, and keep cutting the cords to the scary future, the unknown, and the past where you failed. I had a meeting on Friday with a very wise friend who said to me that this situation moving forward with my sister is one where I need to learn my boundaries. And that's true. What is mine to take on, what is not mine to take on. And that is absolutely the truth, because I'm a rescuer. I'm strong. I can do everything. And yet, we really can't. As well as, this is not my journey. I mean, this part of the journey, what I do with it is mine. But the journey my sister's going through is not my journey. It is her journey. And it is an accumulation of events in her life, things that she's believed and moved forward with and wanted to learn in this life. So for me to think I can lasso it and take hold and take charge and take control is not going to be helpful for her. I need to be there to help her through her choices. They're not my choices. So that's one of the things I know I'm to learn from this is my boundaries and where my path is in all of this. And just move forward one step at a time. And this certainly is a situation when that's absolutely what all of us have to do when we're faced with our mortality, when we're faced with the end of what we created here, and knowing that, there's no fear in my sister about what happens after we leave the body. It is between now and then, and I get that. I remember my dad telling me the same thing. He wasn't afraid of dying. He was just afraid of what was going to happen between now and then. And I thought that was very wise. My mother-in-law said to me a couple days before she passed, when she'd made the decision to no longer seek treatment for something, and I came in to check on her, and I said, "How you doing, Mom?" And she said, "This is kind of exciting and a little scary." And I thought, boy, that resonated with me, because the next step in that, after the transition, we don't really know what that looks like. I just know that it is something I've chosen, and I am comfortable with that. I said, once my girls are grown, I'm ready to go at any point. It's not like I want to die, but I have no issue with it. I've done what I really wanted to do in this lifetime with my children and raised two amazing, powerfully strong women, and thoroughly enjoying my granddaughters. But what I wanted to do in this life felt complete with them. Now I get to live the path of helping people step into their path, their strength, their power, their spiritual strength. And that's because that's where it absolutely is, in the spirit of who we are. So I encourage you not to give away your strength to someone else. Good morning, Christine. But to ask for where your strength lies, where your learning lies. And I agree, Bert, there are many more lives to live, more things we want to learn. I believe we've been here before. We will come again until we reach that place where we've experienced all that the human realm can offer us, and we move on to staying in the spirit aspect and maybe coming back as guides for others in this life. So, really nice messages. I think I'm going to pull one more to send you off with. Good morning, Lindsay. Travel. I'm all about travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. Well, if any of you are planning to do some travel, have something in the future coming up, and it could be holiday travel, just keep that in the back of your mind, and that gives you a willingness to be aware of just all the possibilities that are going to show up through that. Okay. Giving to donkeys. Jeannie says, let's see. Oh, that didn't happen. Jeannie says, yes, I've been asking for more to fulfill my bucket list. Yesterday I was giving to donkeys, very well trained. I want to ride my horse with 2 pack animals. Ah, yeah, that would be fun. Riding, when you get on a horse and you're riding out in the wilderness, you see so much more because they're an animal and you're quiet on them, and the other animals appear then to you. So I can imagine that would be an amazing possibility for you to move forward. So a great reading today. I will be back on Wednesday morning. Thank you all for joining me today. Love and light to you all. Move forward. Remember, if there are things you want to shed, things you want to heal, sometimes doing it ourselves is not as easy as finding an energy healer to work with you, someone who can see your forest, even through the trees. And truly, my friends have stepped in to help me do some releasing because it's hard to heal ourselves. So do enlist some help and get someone that is in alignment with how you believe to help you work. And I'm certainly someone who can do that, and we don't have to be face to face to make that true. So love and light to you all. Have a great day. Move forward. Release the future and release the past. Today, walk in today. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. I'll see you soon.